have to just slow it down. Just gotta slow it down. So, but speaking of speed, yesterday was not slow at all. We had a very exciting day yesterday, and I'm really, really proud, really inspired, looking forward to shouting out some incredible sellers, buyers, collectors, organizers, leaders. We also have some more admin things to talk about today. So let me share this out. And if you are here, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is something you're grateful for today? Grateful for electrolytes. Who here has electrolytes? I stand behind them. Think of Gatorade, but without everything else in Gatorade. Gatorade without red dye 44, basically. Let's see here. Let's share this out. Alrighty. And here in Baltimore, Maryland, it is. Oh, my screen is acting really interesting. That was interesting. We are a cool, crisp morning, but it will be a high of 76 today. What is that? What is that? I need some chapstick for my lips. I just jumped out of the shower, so pardon me, guys. We're a hot mess. So, all right. Good morning, and then I'll be with you once I share out this announcement. Founders chat happening now. Jump in live. Hop on to hear the latest, greatest. All right, cool. All right, that's all shared out. Okay, guys. Hi, Elsie. How is New York today? It is Inner Harbor weather. It is lay out and get a tan weather. Get a tan with this necklace on so that I have like a tan necklace. You know what I mean? Like it's white underneath the necklace and then tan everywhere else. That's a real thing, folks. That actually happens to me. I tan really fast. Candy Bar 2, new name. Welcome in. Hi, Nancy. Good morning. Hi, Lindsay. Thank you so much. I'm running a vintage store today for a few hours, so I do get a little dressed up, or I try to get dressed up. I have no makeup on right now, but it's happening. Okay. Maryland's Addict. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, guys. So yesterday was so fun. I think I said this about the last train. I believe that they were equal. The longest trains we've ever had here on VintageJoyAddicts.com, which means yesterday we had, because we started at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had a 9 o'clock, right? 11 sellers on the train. I believe we were targeted for 12, but our first live seller could not jump on. So 11 is the record. Can we beat it? Can we hit 12, 13, 14, 15? Only you guys know that. And I want to give a shout out to the organizers of our live sale trains, which appear now to be happening every Tuesday. Of course, there might be a Tuesday, hey, it doesn't happen. And that's just because, we all can't be perfect and life happens. But if you are a new customer, collector, or seller, if you guys go to desktop, this is where it's fairly easy to see the train conversation. And you hit, wow, I am dusty. Hold on, guys. That is, you can't even read. My goodness. Here we go, guys. Okay. If you hit the live seller train discussion, if you are approved as a live seller, if you're not approved as a live seller and you're just a seller, as in like you're posting to the marketplace, you won't be able to see this. So be in touch with myself or Jamie behind Flippin' Mintiques to learn how you can be approved as a live seller. But there's just been some really, really awesome discussion and support and planning. Okay. I'm a blend of type A and type B. So I love to see it, love to see the planning, but I also have that type B personality where I'm like, hey, sometimes things don't work out. We have to be flexible. But I believe that we have trains scheduled. Wow. We have one scheduled for next week. And I believe that there's conversation even about the weeks following. So that would be great for all of us to schedule, to, kind of understand, okay, what's happening? What's our theme of the week? And if you guys want to know what those themes of the week are in advance, there is a train schedule chat where our moderators, they can post in that, and admin, so myself and Jamie as well. But our train organizers, they can share the schedule there so that you guys can always check it out and go, oh, okay, like in a few weeks, this train is happening. Elsie of the Thrifting Teacher, she also made a really great calendar, and I'm sure that this is something that will be updated accordingly. But you guys can check this out. It is in the train schedule chat. I'm going to go a little bit slower here. It's at the top of the page. And we just had earrings yesterday, which we're going to shout out. And then you guys can head over. You see these little toggles down here, October, November, December. You can click over. Yep, she updated it. So November 5th, because that's election day, is red, white, and blue. And the 12th, 19th, and 26th will be more Tuesday raid trains. And what does raid mean? Raid means that the seller who is selling will raid the next seller. So the goal is to carry over the audience so that someone can ride the train for a few hours if they want. We've had feedback that an hour-long train is kind of long, so we might be doing some 30-minute spots in the future. I personally like the hours because I just feel like people come in and out. But yeah, so, you know, it really becomes a community effort. And if there's no, how do I say, spaces in the train, then that audience can, you know, if you guys have the time, you can ride that train from 11 to 9 p.m. So be our guest, okay? We have coach accommodations. I think private cars and dining cars are coming soon to Vintage Jewelry Addicts. If you guys have ever been on Amtrak, you can actually get like private cars where like they're like sleeper cars, and they have these like dining cars, and they have these like panoramic views, so you're eating and you can see outside the window. I imagine that's what some of our trains feel like, right? We're like on this amazing train going somewhere, whether it's to Canada or across the US. I've always wanted to take a train across the US. It's been a conversation many times in my life. I just haven't booked that ticket. So congratulations. So who sold yesterday? Let's give them some quick congratulations. Let me see our names here. Excuse me. Okay, I don't see the names. I guess I can go back in time. Hold on one second. I believe we started out with Lindsay of Rose Cove Vintage. She was on at 11 a.m. and she had so many sparkly things. Her camera was like, I don't know. It was just thebomb.com. Her camera was really activated yesterday. Everything was so crisp and clear. Okay, let's go back in time. You guys can always go to our live streams and go backwards to see the replays, which can be helpful just because maybe you want to buy something, but you want to see it on video. Okay, so here, official shout outs. Thank you. Rose Cove Vintage kicked us off. Maria of Maria Luna Magica. Melody of Melody Jones. Debbie of Gypsy Warrior. Kristen of Keenly Kristen. Mickey of Heightened Normal Designs. Shelly of Vintage Forward. Elsie of the Thrifting Teacher. Jamie of Flippin' Mintiques. And Diana of Arctic Angels Treasures. If you guys have never hosted a live sale with us, but you want to, and you want to start on the trains, you do not have to be like some sort of veteran or like subscriber or like, I don't know, like some sort of pledge to our like sorority. Like that does not exist here. Okay. You guys can just hop on the train. We welcome you. If you want a little bit extra support because it's your first live sale here, just let myself or Jamie know. But if you are a new live seller and you want to be a part of a train designed for you in order to kick off your selling journey with Vintage Jewelry Addicts, the second Wednesday and second Thursday of every month. And the reason we're doing Wednesday, Thursday is because Tuesday we always have the trains and we don't want to have more than one train per day. So the second Wednesday and the second Thursday of every month, we are doing a new seller spotlight. We're starting those live sales in the afternoon, if that works better for you, but into the evening, 1 hour slots so that you can be selling alongside other new sellers. Now, if you've hosted a live sale, say November 10th, and you want to join in the new seller spotlight because you feel like you're new, that's totally fine. We'll tell you if you're not new. If we're like, hey, you've kind of been around for a minute, this probably isn't for you. We'll be honest with you. But again, if you consider yourself to be new in our community, even if you've been selling over on other marketplaces like, morning, noon, day, and night, if you're new with us, you're new with us. We want to give you a spotlight. And this is our way to welcome our new sellers. We get, quite honestly, I think about 10 to 15 applications a week. And a lot of the sellers aren't selling. And we're like, where are you guys? Knock, knock. Who's home? Come on, come join us. So we definitely want you guys to feel welcome, as well as welcome to obviously post in the marketplace, use the tools, promote Vintage Jewelry Addicts, promote your shop within the marketplace. We will be hosting next month a series all about that. I just have to schedule it. So a series for anyone in Vintage Jewelry Addicts to really learn, hey, this is what we suggest that you do to really build buzz around your shop here. In addition to your live sales, but build buzz to your shop. So if you just want to be a marketplace seller, we love that. Like we are so on board. But if you want to do the live sales, we welcome you at any time with any level of live sale. How do I say? Skills, and you will learn the skills to pay the bills. We promise you. We promise you. It's not that hard. You got to twist your mind a little bit, but like once you get it, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. And you feel very empowered and very confident, and you have tons of people around you that want to see you win. We all want to see each other win here. And yeah, so I'm going to see if there's any chats. Yay. Yes, we welcome new sellers. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a Bogart, Adrian, Christine, Bella's Treasures, Jen, welcome in. Okay, so back to new sellers. However, we've had a lot apply. Jamie of Flippin' Boutiques, she accepts everybody and she messages everyone with like, hey, here's the next steps, blah, blah, blah. And oftentimes we don't hear back. And it's just like, hello, where are you? Hello. So every 4 months we do a purge, which I know is a aggressive word, but basically what that means is we let our new sellers know, hey, if you haven't posted in the marketplace or hosted a live sale, or at least let us know that you're about to, we are going to deactivate your seller status. And what that means is that they have to reapply if they want to participate. Why are we doing this? Well, I don't want the marketplace to have over 1,000 sellers and only 50 of them are active, right? Because there might come a day where like, I want to reach out to every single one of them, or, we want our buyers to know that people are actually active. We don't want this just to be a place that you just apply and chill and do nothing, right? Like we want you to participate. We think that every 4 months is really reasonable. That gives you tons of time. We know life comes up, issues come up. We totally get it. And you can always reapply. We won't turn you down. We won't be like, oh, well, you weren't active last time. Like you can always reapply. I actually have someone reapplying now, which is really great. And she's going to jump on the new seller promo next month because she's ready. She just wasn't ready when she applied before. So Jamie has sent out those messages already. So if you're a new seller, either watching this live or watching the replay, check your messages. You can check your messages on app. If you don't have the app, go on a laptop or a Chrome browser or Safari browser on some sort of device, find this and check your messages. And the messages will usually be bold if you haven't read them. I think a lot of people do miss their messages just because they might not have the app and they're not getting an email notification that they have messages. So just manually log in and check. Also, that date where we will be officially deactivating is November 15th. So if you don't get back to Jamie, or if you don't message me and say, hey, I want to stay, or, say, hey, okay, like, cool, like, I, understand, whatever. If we don't hear from you, basically, we will deactivate your seller status. And again, you can always reapply. We encourage all of our sellers to start as a seller and then consider if they are active, if they want to sell live on the weekend, if they want more support, if they want to be a part of like a more tight-knit community within Vintage Joy Addicts, we encourage you to look at our subscription tiers. We have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 1 is absolutely nothing. It's $5.99 per month just to book live sales on the weekend. I will get to this in a second. We just expanded our live sale weekend slot offerings. So we're not just the evening, we're also during the day. But with the evening live sale slots, you get promotion. You're streamed. We're also sharing you out to Instagram. We're going to support you streaming to Instagram or streaming to our Instagram. We're doing a whole training about that next week. You get inclusion in our newsletter. You get inclusion in our announcements. Like, there's just a lot more support that you get. Now, you don't have to sell on the weekends. You can do totally fine selling during the week. But if that's something that interests you, that is $5.99 a month. Now, if you subscribe now, you will always be grandmothered in as long as you don't cancel. In the new year, all of the prices will go up because it's 2025. We started at a very nominal fee just to kickstart, just to test the waters. So I do encourage anyone who's been thinking about it this month or next month to sign up. At the end of this year, there will be a special, if you guys want to buy a year package, there's going to be a special like bonus situation where if you buy a year of tier 1 or a year of tier 2, year of tier 3, you're going to get tons of bonuses. You don't have to, but that will be like an end of year holiday special, as well as to help you guys sign up so that you don't have to pay more in the new year. But anyone who's been a subscriber, who stays a subscriber, your fee stays the same because I believe in that. I'm not Netflix. I'm not Disney. I'm not Amazon Prime, where, fees just go up randomly. So on that note, how do you review subscriptions? So if you go to either, Chrome or Safari, something, whether that's on your desktop or your phone, that is the only way you can see subscriptions. I wish it were available on app, but it's not on app. So I'm showing you guys on my desktop, and you see the subscribe button. And then we have the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 descriptions. We are expanding basically our perks for tier 2 and tier 3. We just haven't included that yet. I have to message engineering so that they change that around. But tier 1 is the most basic, as I described, but it's probably the one that, most people are going to be interested in until they really start to establish themselves. Tier 3 is amazing because you actually get 2% less commission across the board, which if you're selling multiple times per week, that will easily pay for itself. And we have many people who have chosen tier 3 because they're very active, and it makes sense. Okay, so a little bit more about subscriptions, and there will be, again, some more proper announcements where we, actually talk to you guys, or I promote, here's how to subscribe. Here's why you should subscribe before 2025, which is crazy that is our next year. I say that every year, but 2025 really feels like I'm in the future. So be on the lookout for that. Some other notes is that I'm trying to think what our other notes are. I feel like I had one more thing to say. Did I have one more thing to say, guys? I forget. I had something else to say and I completely forget. Well, anyway, it will probably hit me in a second. But if you guys are a subscriber, I want to thank you first for being a subscriber. I know that other communities, they've chosen, like, you have to subscribe in order to sell. So I just want to remind everyone who's tuning in, replay or live, that you don't have to subscribe. Monday through Thursday are the pop-up lives. If the train is happening on a Tuesday, we just encourage you to try to schedule when the train isn't happening. I mean, if you do, you do. We might let you know, like, no one's going to be kicked off the platform. No one's going to be cussed out. Like, this is not a place for that. Like, it's just live selling. It's not a big deal, but we do want to, try to maintain that train gets like the focus on Tuesday. And that's why we encourage you guys to jump on it if you can. But hey, Monday at 3 a.m. if you want to go live, Tuesday at 6 a.m., Wednesday at 8 p.m. If someone else is selling live, Wednesday at 8 p.m. If you want to go live at the same time, like, that's totally fine. We're not massive, right? So it's probably smarter to kind of try to stagger your live around someone else's. But again, you know, at the end of the day, the goal is obviously to be so big that we can have multiple lives happening at the same time, and that, you know, feels fair and right for everyone. I will end on this, that, you know, one of the best ways to promote a marketplace is word of mouth. Again, I will be scheduling some sessions in November where I'm going to be talking to everyone about, you know, how to use the tools, how to build your marketplace, how to promote Vintage Jewelry Addicts. But in the meantime, if you guys just send the link to a friend, if you send a screenshot of the app to a friend, once Android is available, which it's still not available, I know, I'm like waiting to share the news with you guys, that will make the sharing to everyone much easier, because, you know, about half of the population does have an Android device. But word of mouth and just speaking to people about it. We have over 6,000 listings at this moment, which is pretty incredible. I would like us to get to over 10,000 by the end of the year. And honestly, the sky's the limit, because, you know, maybe Ruby Lane, maybe First Dibs, but there really isn't like a competitive jewelry only place other than what's being built on District, arguably maybe on Whatnot a little bit, but those are all singular sellers. And so, you know, the vision is to really, again, attract Vintage Jewelry Addicts, attract people that want to type in Schiaparelli, type in mid-century, type in Juliana, and find items in the marketplace that are actually those items, and sellers that they can actually connect to, and sellers that they can buy from live and like get to know, and a community of like-minded people that they can interact with. So that's my motivational rant for this Monday. On Friday, I will be live again to shout out our weekend live sales subscribers. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. This is what I forgot. So today is October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween. Happy Halloween. Who's going trick-or-treating? I'm going trick-or-treating with my niece in Pennsylvania. Well, and my nephew, but he's like a year and 1 month, so he won't remember. But I'm going trick-or-treating. Okay, so November is beginning. Our subscribers know about this. Our community doesn't. So Friday will be a big push, like announcements, newsletters, all the thing. We've decided, let's try morning and afternoon sales on the weekends for our subscribers. So that means that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. until about 3, our subscribers can go live. And if they want to go live in the evening as well, they can. So that actually gives them the opportunity to go live twice in a day. And we love this because sometimes you just want to get more work done in a day because that's your mindset. And then you can shout out your evening live because you went live in the morning, or vice versa. So this is really exciting. So we kicked that off this weekend. So you guys, if you're busy at night because you're like, I'm watching a movie, I'm out with my friends, I'm visiting family, I'm spending time with kids, right? You have the day to tune in. And, you know, our sellers are ready for that. They will be hosting 90-minute slots. Our subscribers, they always have the opportunity to do 90 minutes. They don't have to, but up to 90 minutes. So that will be kicking off this Friday, because tomorrow's 31st, which is Thursday. Yeah, Friday's the 1st. Friday's November 1st. So yeah, that was the other thing that I wanted to share today. If you guys are on the newsletter, you'll get a proper newsletter all about it. If you haven't signed up, I really encourage you guys to. I will reshare the link probably in the live sale announcements. I try to limit to like twice a week, but they're always important newsletters. Like, they're never not important newsletters. And why I like them is it keeps things very organized, so that you're like, oh, here's everything. And then when we do the trains, or when we do our Friday night live sales, I send a newsletter when that first seller is live with the link to their live, so that it can kick off the train, so that you can basically click a link in the newsletter, jump into District, and then you can keep riding that train. And yeah, and again, hey, it's a newsletter. It's kind of old school, right? It's an email campaign if you want to be more technical with it. But I think it can really help you guys to stay in touch with our community, so that you're not overwhelmed by notifications. So I'm going to see if there's any comments, And then we're going to wrap this. It's 11 a.m. I have a few more hours before I have to head to a vintage store that I'm running here in Baltimore on Wednesdays. Debbie was hiding, but she's here. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Hi, Candy Bar. Yvonne, Denise. Nancy gave a smiley face. I think that means that she is trick-or-treating. Does anyone here have a favorite candy bar? So my favorite candy bar growing up was Crunch. The Crunch bars with the like rice in it. And I still remember, like, I have such fond memories of these candy bars because my mom's mom, so my grandmother, I don't know why she did this as a grandmother, but almost every time she would see us, she would give us our favorite candy bar, a card, and $5. If I had saved the amount of $5 bills that my grandmother gave me between the age of 7 and 14, and if I had invested it in the stock market, we'd have no problems promoting Vintage Jewelry Addicts because I'd have the money. I'd have the trust fund from my grandmother, but I don't know where that money went. I don't know if my parents let me spend it on junk. I don't know, but that's, yeah. So Crunch bars are my thing. But as an adult, I would say if I'm going to get candy, I always lean toward M&Ms. I have a thing for double stuffed Oreos, and occasionally I'm just in the mood for like a Twix or a Three Musketeers. My favorite. Yeah. M&Ms. Dove milk chocolate. Yes. Oh my gosh, I haven't had a whatchamacallit forever. Those, they hide them. They're like at the very bottom of the shelves. I'm pretty sure, right? They're like always at the bottom. You know how there's candy where you're like, this candy's not respected. Like it's at the bottom. Like there's something about this area. Like people don't buy that candy. So it's been like merchandise. So it's at the bottom. I feel like that is what the whatchamacallit gets. It's merchandise at the bottom. Anyway, I'm looking forward. Dark chocolate. Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing if there's any new candy that I've never seen before. Trick-or-treating tomorrow with my niece and nephew. My nephew is a blue crayon, and he's a baby. So I have a blue jumpsuit. So I'm going to be a big crayon. He's going to be a small crayon. So, and my niece is going to be Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family, which is like perfect for her. She is a Leo. She has the same birthday as J-Lo. And let me tell you, this young lady is going to be whatever she wants to be in life because she's a lioness. But she's great. And I don't see her often, but she like adores me, which is the best feeling ever. I feel like I haven't hung out with you that much in your lifetime, but I guess it's a positive impression. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween if you do celebrate or have friends and family that do. I don't know if we have any live sales scheduled for today, but always check the live stream tab as well as for tomorrow, because today and tomorrow are the pop-up lives. I'll see you again Friday morning. Excited to announce again our morning and afternoon subscriber live sales kicking off November 1st. And let's go and let's grow. Okay, guys? Oh, Thin Mints. Girl Scouts. I don't know if they hand them out for Halloween, but yeah, Thin Mints. Amazing. Amazing. What's another minty thing? Peppermint patties. I will still grab, how at like a gas station, they have the really small peppermint patties. And I remember when they used to be 10 cents and now they're 25 or 35 or something. Anyway, I'm not that old, but I remember. Okay, so yeah, I will grab those occasionally. And the peppermint settles my stomach. There's something about peppermint patties. Okay, one day we'll sell candy here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts, but today's not the day. Thank you, all 15 of you, for hanging out with me. I'm Samantha. I'm the founder of this community. Many of you speak with Jamie. She's not on the live. Jamie of Flippin' Antiques. She is our live sale and admin assistant. She does a lot of the discussion with you guys, so always feel free to reach out to her as well. And we will see you on a future live because we are crazy, awesome, addicted. All right, guys, have a beautiful day.